Hello. Today, basically, my name is Lance, and today I'm going to be doing a Carrara basically gun modeling tutorial, basically not part 5. Today we're going to be modeling basically underneath this chamber of the gun, which is underneath this gun, which we're going to model the compartment that holds the actual cartridge. So today this is what we're going to be modeling today, and this is what the part that we're going to be modeling today. So I guess I'm going to end up getting started by opening up basically my Carrara gun file, which I have it stored right here. So I can just click on part 4 of this, and here we have this, I think, right here. Whoops, I forgot to select this right there. Now we're going to go into here, the wrench tool, and what we're going to do is we're going to end up cutting a hole straight through here. Go into extract along right here, like that. Move that up like that. And now we're going to select this. And now we're going to go extract along right here, like that, and move that right about there, kind of like that. And now we're going to go into here and we're going to select this, and we're going to try to make this as 4 poly as possibly can, because we can make this 4 poly. We're going to move that right about there. Actually, I'm going to end up selecting these right here. And now I'm just going to go into here and actually, let me do this again. Just like that right there. Go extract along right here. Move that right about up here. And now we're just going to go into here and go connect edge like that. Connect edge like that. And we're going to make sure that we're going to be on move, and we're going to make sure that we're on edge selection mode. We're going to select this edge right here, that edge right there, and we're going to go into edit, and we're going to dissolve that. So we have this edge right here. So when we smooth this, it doesn't affect the geometry whatsoever right there. And it automatically is 4 poly right there. But the only thing now we have to do is go into here and we have to straighten this poly out like that. Actually, we're going to go by selection right there. So we're going to select this. We're going to choose by selection like that. And now we're just going to just straighten that out like that. Kind of like that by selection. And now we're going to select this, that, between right there. And we're going to do the exact same thing like that. Straighten this out, and we want to do this right on selection mode. So this is another mode that you can use if you want to just like select only the individual polys and just straighten this out right there. So now we're going to make sure we're on move mode, make sure we're on world mode right there. Actually, let's try this out. We're going to try selection mode right there. No, actually world mode right there. And now we're going to scale this like that. Go left. Move that down like that. And now we're going to go left right here. We're going to go to director's camera view right here. And then we have the call N1911 done right here. And now we're going to delete most of these polys. Go delete. Go in here. Loop. Extract along edge. Like that. And now we have that edge already set right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here and we're going to select this entire edge right here. And select this edge right here, I think. These edges right here. And now we're just going to bridge this. Go bridge, and we're going to go basically 3 times. Commit like that. Kind of like that right there. And you're going to see what I'm going to do next. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go basically to the target to wheel button right here. We're going to make sure we're on vortex selection mode. Select that right there. Target to wheel button again. And just wheel these to place. We'll turn off the bottom grid and the side grid so we can see much better. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into here and we're going to go in here, select this right here. Go bridge right there. And now we're going to go into vertex select mode, edge selection mode. We're going to go CTR shift wheeled default right there. CTR shift wheeled default right there. CTR shift wheeled default right there. And now we're going to go to edge selection mode right here. And now we're going to go into here and actually I might end up taking this and I might end up deleting this. I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to go like that. And now I'm going to go into here and I'm going to select this polygon right here. And now I'm going to go into here and I'm actually going to delete this part right here. Actually, it's better to go to selection mode right here. And I'm just going to go like that. Make sure we're on edge selection mode. And now what we're going to do is we're going to go to extrude button, link extrude. And now we're just going to hold shift down like this. And we're going to extrude that. We're actually going to go to the move tool when the vertex is not select. Now we're going to do this again and we're going to go extrude, hold shift button and bring this out kind of like that. Kind of like that right there. And now we're going to go to this scale button right there. So we're going to do that kind of little indent right there. And we're going to move that kind of actually we're going to leave that right like that. Just leave that like that, I think. And now we're going to go into polygon selection mode, go move. And now we're going to do this by selection right here. We're going to hit selection and move that by as normals. Kind of like that. Where we have kind of an indent like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to start extruding this. Go into move tool. And we're going to go select between right there. And now we're going to go extrude like that. And now we're going to go extrude kind of like that. Kind of like that. And now we're going to make sure we're on move tool. We're going to go in the left hand dolly tool right there. Make sure we're on wire selection mode. And we're going to move that kind of like right about there. So it kind of looks like that. Now the only thing what we're going to do now is go into scale. And we're going to scale that down kind of like that. Go, move. And we're going to go right click right here, vertex selection mode right here. And we're going to select this entire thing. And now we're going to go like that pretty much. And now we're going to select this entire thing right here. And we're going to go loop right there. And now we're going to go extrude along normals. But first, before we do that, we're going to go move again. And now we're going to select this. And first we're going to select in between these. So we're going to go in between. So it's better to go into shaded mode so we can see this better. So we had to make it another midsection that goes right about right here. Somewhere in the middle right there. So now we're going to go into vortex left. And now we're going to go into this. And now we're going to go into edge selection mode. And now we're going to move that to the normals like that. And we're going to go right click, move tool. Go into world selection. And now we're going to move that right about right there. Now we're going to go right click move. And we're going to move that. We're going to go vertex selection mode. Go CTR W. CTR W. We're going to go shaded view mode right here. And now we're going to extrude this more out, more along the normals right here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to hit the extrude button. We're going to go extrude like that. And we're going to hit CTR to go to as normal. But we're going to leave it right there where it's still selected. And we're going to go hit move right there. We're going to go into left shaded mode right there. Go into wireframe mode. While it's still selected, now we're going to move that like that. Where it's kind of like that. Where a little bit is showing like that. Where a little bit is not showing like that. Kind of like that. going to go left. Left like that. And now we're going to go to shaded view mode right there. And now we're going to go into here. And now basically that part is already done. So we got that part now done. Now the next thing what we're going to do is we're going to do this cartridge piece that's going to come out more right here. But first what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to add segments in here. Go into here like that. Kind of like that. Go between like that. Go extract edge like that. Kind of like that. And now we're going to go into here and we're going to go loop right there. And now what we're going to do is go into flatten right here. So we're going to select this part right here and flatten that kind of like that. Kind of like that, we're going to flatten that. And we're going to do the exact same thing like this. And they're going to go flatten it kind of like that. And this adds like an edge right here that's going to divide that up too. So now what we're going to do is go into here. Now we're going to go loop right. We're going to go into here. We're going to select in between right here. Between right there. Actually, we're going to go into here. Select that. That was a little bit hard to select, but we got that now. We're going to move that up there. We're going to go into the G key for link. And we're going to link these together like that. And now what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we're on Move Tool. Go into Flexion mode. And just basically go up here and go Edit, Dissolve right there. And now we got a 4 poly piece right there ready to be used. So when we smooth this, that's what it looks like. But this is not going to be the final job that's going to be on here. Right here I'm going to be adding a lot of subdivision surfaces, a whole bunch of stuff towards this to get this to be the way it is. But there's a reason why you want to add 4 poly when you're modeling your objects. So now I'm going to go into here, go down, director's camera. We're going to select that polygon, select camera, select that right there. We want to make sure we're on selection mode right there. And now we're going to hit CTRD. We're going to go up like this, and we're going to go basically a little bit scale like that. And scale that along its axis like that. And this a little bit along its axis like that. And there we have this right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go into Model. And we're going to go into Thickness. 0, 1, and add a little bit of thickness like that. We're going to right click, go move, and we're going to move that up there. Kind of like that up there. So when we see this right here, that's what it's kind of going to look like. So we got that little piece right there where we're going to actually end up adding this piece right here, the little hoop right there. So now how we're going to do the hoop is we're going to go into the left view right here. And now we're going to add a circle right here. Kind of a circle right there. And we're going to bring this to 12. Circle. 12. 12. And we're just going to move that kind of like that. Actually, I'm going to hit snap and I'm going to make this a much more nicer geometry. So I'm going to make this approximately 16. And I'm going to move that kind of like that right there. And now I'm going to add another circle. Another circle, and I'm going to probably end up making this around 6. And I'm going to move that right there. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this circle. And I'm going to actually shrink that. Go into world. And I'm going to shrink that kind of like that. Like around right there. And now I'm going to actually rotate this along his y-axis. Which another way what you could do for rotation is you can click this y-axis button right here. And bring this at around... Bring this out around 90, like that. And just basically go into move tool right there, or another, and move that right there. Another way you could do this is you can rotate this by hitting the shift key, and it automatically rotate this by increments. But we're just going to leave that. So now we're going to go into path sweep. Go to this path sweep tool, and now we're going to select this, and we're going to go linked polygons. So we're going to select that right there. We're going to go sweep right there. Sweep like that. Actually, we're going to select this. And now we're going to go into here and we're going to select this segment right here. Actually, I'm going to go sweep again. Select that. Actually, I'm going to go sweep again, and I'm going to actually select that. And now what I'm going to do is going to go into here and sweep like that. And move that 45-degree angle right there. So now I'm going to select this piece right here. And I'm going to move that like that. Make sure we're on snap mode. And I'm going to go into height, bring up grid system. Move that right in the middle right there. And now we're going to move that right about there. Go into left view right here. Go snap like this. Move that. And now we're going to go into rotate right here. We're going to basically rotate this along the z-axis. And we're going to rotate this 90. Like that. So now what we're going to do is go into the scale tool and just go like this, kind of like that, left. And now I'm going to rotate this more like this. Move that right about there. And now I'm going to actually scale that out more like that right there, where it fits right about there. But what we're going to do is, yeah, we're going to move that right about there, like that. We're going to go into Flexion right there, go into the Move tool, right there. Now we're going to move that a little bit up like that. So now we have that gun piece right here. But I want to actually end up, so we're just going to leave it that way, I think. Right there. So I guess that's really it for this tutorial. And I guess that's really it for this tutorial today. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you actually learned a lot basically from watching these 5 tutorials so far. And please stay tuned basically for part 6 of Carrara basically gun modeling tutorial on Carrara 8. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. My name is Lance Brown, and I'll see you in Carrara Gun Modeling Tutorial Part 6.